Welcome back to another episode of A Legal Newbie and a Lawyer. I'm here with Bob Helland of Helland Law Group. And is it safe to say, Bob, that you're experiencing some pain and suffering right now?
Oh, constantly.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to talk about pain and suffering as it pertains to personal injury, and let's just jump right in. So my first question is kind of an obvious one. What is pain and suffering in a personal injury claim exactly? Can you tell us what it means?
It's the pain and suffering that an individual goes through as a result of being involved in an accident type of situation. That includes the pain and suffering that you initially incur at the time of the accident. It includes the pain and suffering that you go through during treatment. The pain that you have still resulting from the accident that you're being treated for. So it's a whole spectrum of difficulty that you experience, suffering that you experience as a result of the accident.
I see. Are there different kinds of pain and suffering that are legally valid?
Pain and suffering encompasses not only your physical pain that you have, but also some of the loss of activities that result from the type of accident that you've been involved in. It can also involve sort of some of the emotional aspects of being involved in an accident.
Okay, so it sounds like seeing a therapist for the emotional side of things really helps you be able to claim those kinds of things.
It's very important to do that. It's very, very important to start early. It's very important to follow through with treatment. It's very important to be very precise and concise with your healthcare provider. So we tell people, jot down what is going on with you. If you're having a difficulty sleeping or you're sleeping on your side instead of your back, jot that down so you can pass that along to the doctor. That will help the treatment. It'll help establish a record of your pain and suffering.
Okay. Well, now the internet wants to know what a typical award for pain and suffering might be. I know it's probably not a cut and dry answer, but can you give us maybe a range?
Each case is unique. Each case is based upon its own facts. So it's very difficult. That's why it's extremely important for somebody to be able to consult with an attorney or several attorneys to try to figure out what their case may be worth in terms of compensation to compensate them for the injuries that they've gone through.
Perfect. I was not expecting a simple answer, and you definitely delivered.
Thank you.
Before we move on, I guess it would be nice to know if you could give us some examples of outcomes that you've gotten for clients here at the firm. I know you can't name names. You've got to preserve confidentiality, but can you give me a sense for what you've been able to do for clients?
We've had cases there, as I've indicated, that have had no pain and suffering. We've had cases where there's been hundreds of thousands of dollars that are beyond medical expenses. It all depends on the circumstances. You can have a case where the medical expenses are quite low and the pain and suffering is quite high because of the nature of the injury. The bottom line is that the injured individual, has a great deal to do with their pain and suffering, and that's why it's important to consult with an attorney early on to figure out what you need to do to help you develop your case properly and correctly and make sure that you protect yourself as you go through.
Well, there you have it, folks. Everything that you ever wanted to know about pain and suffering as it relates to personal injury. By the way, if you're dealing with a personal injury or you have a loved one who is, just want to encourage you to reach out to Helland Law Group. They're going to answer all of your questions and take amazing care of you, so just give them a call.